It's all sunshine at this Jonesville grain elevator. The corn crop is largely done and the trucks are lined up to dump what remains of the crop. It's a darker picture, though, for soybeans in Louisiana. 2 steady weeks of rain hammered this area in late August, right at the prime time for bean harvest.
I woke up August, I think it's the 18th, that Thursday morning, and it just rained all day, like torrential rains. We ended up getting a little over 5 inches that day. And then for 8 more days after that, we got rain. Sometimes it'd only be a ½ inch, other days it was a couple of inches, but over the course of the next 8 days, so 9 days total, we got anywhere from probably 12 to 15 inches, kind of depending on which area of the farm you're on.
Farmers like Miller are used to late season rains and even hurricanes. However, a tropical system might have done less damage than this.
Unlike a hurricane where that blows through and then you may have some wind and even some sunshine after the storm, this weather event just sat here with clouds and mist even when it wasn't pouring down. So anywhere from over a foot to 18 to 20 inches in some areas of rain, all within a week's time, when the crop was at its most ripe, harvest ready time frame, just spells disaster.
Brown and Miller aren't seeing much good among the 3,000 acres of beans here.
Actually, I think some of the beans that weren't dead were actually worse. And that's how it kind of all started. At that point in time, it was either sprouted or they still looked pretty good. But after another 4 or 5 days of rain, most everything, we've peeled open, it's pretty bad. They're black or they got mold on them. It's definitely gone downhill, and now, we're just kind of in a salvage situation.
To add insult to injury, Miller had irrigated this land more times than ever this year due to early summer drought. Many in this area believe this to be their most expensive crop ever that might now make only pennies on the dollar.
We've irrigated these beans 8 times. I've never irrigated that much in my career. Been farming for 17 years, and I've had irrigated ground for probably 12 or 13 of those years. And the most I'd ever done before this was 6 events.
Brown says in the meantime, farmers need to have their documents in order and stay in contact with their local Farm Bureau parish office.
Let us know what we can do. Obviously, keep record of what's going on, talk with your crop insurance agent, talk with your local FSA office. But right now we're in a wait and see stage, but Farm Bureau's not standing around waiting. We're out working, trying to make sure our folks in DC know what's going on.
The saying goes, beans don't like wet feet, and as you can see from the standing water in the field behind me, they hate this. Now, you can't smell it at home, but it's very clear from where I'm standing that rot has already begun here in these fields, and the only thing that isn't certain is how farmers in this area like Will Miller will recover from this disaster. Reporting from Faraday, Louisiana, I'm Neil Melanson.
As you heard in the story, it will be a while before the full scope of the damage to Louisiana crops is known. The LSU Ag Center is currently working on the economic impact of this disaster.